So I bought a van. I still have the Prius and I plan on keeping it. This is a 2002 Ford Econoline E350 extended. It has 165,000 miles on it. As you can see, it was a passenger van. It had a bunch of seats in it, but they took them out for me. So inside it was kind of like a minivan. It had all the plastic formed walls and a ceiling. We took all that out. There it is over there. It had quite a bit of rust on the floor once we got everything out. So to fix the rust, we did a combination of rust converter, actually cutting out holes and putting more sheet metal over it, and liquid weld. I'll show you some pictures of what it looked like before. So the hardest part was taking out all these bolts. Poor Doug, took him about 20 minutes per bolt, and there was 36 of them. Basically a whole day. Some of the areas we ground down to bare metal. In some places we used something called rust converter, which I guess it does a chemical reaction that stops the rust and it turns it black and just stops it in its tracks. So as you can see, we already installed the roof vent, Max Air Deluxe with the remote. I've done some of the spray foam up towards the ceiling, and we're waiting for the thin slate insulation to come in so I can do the rest. So just to give you an idea of what the layout's going to be, back where that line is, it's going to be about a 20-inch garage. Basically, this van's being built around two e-bikes that are fat tire folding bikes. So we're hoping we can stand them up back there, two of them. Then it'll be not quite a queen, but a little bit bigger than a full-size bed. Right here, we'll sleep this way, side to side. That'll go about a little past the wheel well, and then all that will be a kitchen counter with a sink. And then right here by the side door, we'll block some of it off, and it'll be a little compartment for a diesel heater and exercise equipment, and with a seat. I also plan on making some type of rolling stool. Think of like an ottoman on wheels that you can sit on, and it'll have a toilet inside and hopefully some storage. And that's what I will sit on to cook and everything. Hopefully at some point we can swivel both these chairs also. And we'll have a flip-up table on the counter and a flip-up table right here for both the chairs to use. And maybe a slide-out table from under the bed for the person who's sitting here to use. Now I really wanted a high top, but what I figured I would do is possibly add one at a later time. Right now I can't find anybody in Massachusetts that does that. We put in a solar-powered backup camera, but I think it died, so I'm charging it right now. It goes in a license plate. I'll show you that later. And these are cedar planks that are going to be the ceiling. I've just been painting them today. I do plan on covering up that bit window and the small one back there, and the same thing on this side, the long window and the small one. This window opens, so I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to leave the windows and the door. Our goal for this is to do it as light as possible and as cheaply as possible, yet still make it look as nice as possible. So this build is going to be a little bit of a different sequence than most people. After we insulate everything, before we do, we're not going to have a frame or walls or anything like that at first. We're going to first build some upper cabinets over there and over here. At least that's the plan. And then we'll build the bed and the other cabinets. And then around those things we will put the floor, the subfloor, and the vinyl flooring. So there will just be a section here that'll be open. So instead of adding the extra weight in the back with flooring and walls behind cabinets, we're just gonna do that afterwards. So when you open up the cabinets, you will probably just see the insulation or the metal wall. So partly to save cost-wise and weight-wise, but also so we can keep an eye on any rust that might be forming or mold or anything. We're actually going to, I don't know if you guys watch 70 Savage, but we got the idea from him to put the ceiling planks up with magnets. And the walls will be put up with this special, it's not really Velcro, but it's like Velcro. It's very, very strong. The wall paneling will be very, very light. We're also thinking of, I kind of wanted 2 of these Max Air fans, but I think I'm just going to go with the Goal Zero, so I don't really want to power a second one. And we saw somebody's video and they just put a vent over the bed, so the air was being sucked in by the fan. So we may try that, and if it doesn't work, we can always put a Max fan in there, in that opening afterwards. Another reason we kind of want to be able to take the ceiling and walls and everything off is because I may in the future add a high top to this. So we want to keep that in mind as we're building. Alright, well thanks for watching, and we will keep you updated on our progress.